give yourself a break. If this is your first time going into business, if this is your first time doing design, if this is your first time in the world of entrepreneurship and managing money and spending money and being uncomfortable with spending money, right? This is your freshman year all over again, right? People go to college to get a 4-year degree. Like, Rome was not built in a day. So if you don't automatically in the first like 3 to 6 months start getting that dopamine hit because you're making all this money and it's just not working, and you've spent hundreds if not thousands of hours on your store at this point, in 6 months, that's still okay. Half the time when I'm doing consults, this conversation is the first conversation that I have to have with everyone, because everyone's like super fed up and they're super frustrated, but they don't realize, like, it's your freshman year. If you even break even in your first year in business, like, that's awesome. If you were to go open a restaurant tomorrow, you're pretty much negative and in debt for 5 years until you pay your loans back and all this stuff. And luckily in e-commerce, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but I will say, give yourself a break. There's new skill sets you're learning. When you are learning a new skill set for the first time, you're always not gonna be as good as somebody that's been in it for 3 or 4 or 5 years longer than you. That's just part of this game. So don't get hard on yourself and don't get discouraged, especially if you're in a very low barrier of entry niche, like something like the print on demand space or the digital download space. I think the CEO of LinkedIn said, if you are in love with your first product, then you launch too late. Meaning, if you're gonna wait until everything is perfect, or if you're gonna just beat yourself up until everything is perfect, there's just no point in doing that. There's so much growth and learning that happens in that period of just discovering what is your branding, what is your niche, who is your customer, right? And all that stuff doesn't get discovered until you just go to market and just start, right? And start building things and putting things out to the world and see how people react to your products. And that's when you start tweaking the dials, hone in on what's working. So give yourself a break. It's your freshman year. It's okay for you not to be in love with everything that you do in the beginning, but if you know the goal is to be here, then that's what you're gonna be working on every single day until you're actually happy with what you're putting out.